Let's head back to the voicemail of Truth and Reason.
Hi, this is Ernie from Virginia calling. In regard to the Browns' last game against Washington, it was pretty clear that when the defense plays man for man, that they actually do quite well. I'm not an expert on defense, but at least that way it gives the guys who do have the talent a chance to use their talents as opposed to that complicated zone that they were in before. Maybe it was just a fluke, but it sure looked like the defense was much better off playing tighter on the line than standing back 10 yards every time and letting people get 9-yard receptions. That's pretty much all I had to say. Sure, I'm looking forward to next year. Bye.
As always, appreciate all of the voicemails. Jeff, I thought Denzel Ward looked pretty good. And again, I've said this for a few weeks now. I just don't think they're asking guys to do what they do well. And that comes back to Joe Woods. It comes back to the coordinator.
It does. When you're drafting these guys, you draft Greg Newsome, Denzel Ward, Greedy Williams, Martin Emerson. What were all those guys' strengths coming out of college? Man-on-man coverage, press man coverage specifically for a couple of those guys, being able to disrupt the initial release, turn and run and stay on the hip. They're not the ball hawk zone guys that you see. Why don't you play to their strengths? I'm totally with the caller and with you on this, Dave. I don't understand the lack of playing zone defense. I don't know the exact number or figure of it, but I saw it. I was following along on Twitter earlier today with a couple guys. I believe they're 25th in the time percentage that they're in man coverage. That's look, you built your defense around having press man corners and man coverage specialist corners and safeties that play well off. By the way, that's when Greg Delpit's at his best as a safety, when he has less things to read and react to. It's weird that they just don't. They haven't figured that out. That Joe Woods hasn't figured that out. That Kevin Stefanski hasn't imposed that upon him to make him figure that out. That's been a definite source of frustration. And I agree with you. I thought that was Denzel's best game of the season, and there haven't been a lot of those this year. Now, some of that obviously is the fact that Washington was playing Carson Wentz.
Yes. Yeah, but
I still can't believe they went to that. I still can't believe that they did that.
Yeah.
Now they've gone to Sam Howell. Good for them. A little too late for them, but I'll happily take that W for Cleveland.